Warning, this episode contains adult language, mature situations, a 30-year-old office worker, an orphaned little girl, the trials of being a single parent, and manga news. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Listener and viewer discretion is advised. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Spiraken Manga Review. I'm your host Zan, saying konnichiwa, aloha, bonjour, well, what's up? Hope you're doing good and hope you're excited for another fun-filled episode of this awesome podcast that you can find at www.spiraken.com. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, and various social media sites. So just search in the search bar for Spiraken. I guarantee you'll find us one way or the other, and I hope that you are all doing awesome today. I'm excited to talk about this new manga that I've been waiting to review for a week. It's kind of been crazy. I'm really excited to talk about this. But one more thing, if you are watching on YouTube, and this is kind of important and a little bit out there, remember to, let's get to it. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and click on that bell for notification for when we release new episodes. We try to release them as often as we can. Sometimes we're a little behind schedule, but we do what we do. And with that in mind, let's actually get to it, because if you remember from the last episode, I spun that one, that only, the Wheel of Manga, and it did turn to be that reviewing a manga, that was written by Yumi Unita and published by Shodensha and Yen Press Comics. This was released in Feel Young magazine, and the original run was 2005 to 2011. With 10 volumes, the series is complete, meaning everything is out and about. It is a coming-of-age drama and slice-of-life series, which follows a lot of unique elements, so we're going to get to that in a bit. And actually, its demographic and genre is josei, meaning is for women between the ages of 17 to 60. And this is one of the more unique ones because it is such a different story to talk about for this demographic. I would expect this to be a seinen series, meaning for men, but I guess some people like having a great father figure in that demographic, but I digress. The original title for this was Usagi Drop, but it is known in English simply as, Bunny Drop. And Bunny Drop is a story that, I don't want to say transcends time, but it's a unique one about a young man by the name of Dakichi. And Dakichi, he's a 30-year-old single man, works for a company, and things are not going so great. His grandfather, who he loved with all his heart, has passed away. And he's kind of stressed about that. And when he gets there, it turns out that there is a young girl who the family's kind of shunning as they're talking about the funeral arrangements. And he discovers that this young girl named Rin is thought to be Daikichi's grandfather's illegitimate daughter. And to be honest, this is not a good thing because the family, his brothers, sisters, cousins are all like, I don't want to deal with the bastard child. She's horrible. And she's just a little girl who the only person she cared about has died. And they're all pushing themselves to be like, I don't need to deal with her. You know what? She's not cool with my kids. I don't have enough room in the house. And Daikichi's watching as this girl whose world has been destroyed is being neglected. He doesn't know what to do. He's trying to figure out the best way to make this work. And he doesn't know. So eventually, he decides to say, you know what? You're coming to live with me. And the funny thing is that Daikichi is not married. He spends most of his time at work. He drinks, he smokes too much, and he's not the perfect person to be a single parent. But he wants to do the right thing. And he wants to help this little girl out. So he ends up becoming a single father to this young girl. And it's the relationship that builds between Daikichi and Rin as they become a family. And it's beautiful and different, and it's all the little moments of him stepping up to be a father. I mean, he ends up stopping drinking. He ends up stop smoking. He ends up being there for her classroom trips. He makes friends with other students. He actually gets into a weird relationship with another child's parent where the child kind of has a crush on Rin, and there's this whole thing going on. And he makes a bunch of sacrifices to make sure that Rin has a full and wonderful life. And it is a beautiful sentiment about what happens. It is them being together. And unlike with, for example, Yatsuba, where it's, I just adopted the kid, and they have their dynamic already, or Sweetness and Lightning, where you have the fact that the mother has passed, and now they're grieving and trying to get past it. There is an established relationship there. There is no established relationship. This is them building from the ground up, and it is really well done. And there is the mystery of Rin's parentage, her mother, what's going on, why did she abandon her daughter? Is Rin actually Daikichi's aunt? All of these things come to a head throughout the series, and it is well realized and well done. And I know that several people are aware of the fact that around volume 9 and 10, there is a major time jump, and it's now Rin is a 16-year-old, and then things get kind of weird. I am aware of that, and we're not talking about that, because that is just, it was a choice made, and let's be honest, Yumi Unita, she wanted to make this choice. That's her choice, but we're talking about the story in general. And it is one which is heartwarming, it is well thought out, and it is paced beautifully. And just seeing how Daikichi grows as a man, how Rin grows as a young girl, and how she becomes the lady that she becomes, and how he becomes the man he has to be to protect this young girl who is his daughter in all but blood. It's a really feel-good story that is well done. And as you can see from these images, the artwork is beautiful. The artwork is well done. Rin's design as she grows older, she starts off very shy and kind of, Greta would say, kapakai. Like, she's all over the place. She looks like a wild girl, but he eventually learns to be that single father for her. And Daikichi makes things cool. And let's be honest, it's a story that should be told and should be done. And yeah, the art is great. The story is well done. While there is some issues with let's be honest, some of the storyline gets a little weird, but overall it is an excellent example of a story that should be read by everyone, especially if you are someone who likes the dynamic of parenting manga, or if you want to see a great slice of life story that builds up into something truly great. Last chapter notwithstanding. But because of all these reasons, I have to give this one our second highest rating, our podcast second highest rating of Borrow from a Friend and Don't Return Unless Offered Pocky. It's really good. It is really well done. It's just a little, there's some hiccups here and there. So there's some weird elements, like the fact that he's in love with, or the mom is in love with him. But not Rin's mom, but the other kid's mom is in love with Daikichi, but then there's the whole thing of Daikichi makes his move finally, and then things don't go because of weird reasons, so it's kind of shaky. But overall, it is really worth checking out and reading. It is still available. You can order it online, and in certain stores still carry it. If you can find it, definitely worth checking out. And with that in mind, let's actually get to something kind of cool. Let's get to the manga question of the week, which is, what other dad manga do you like? Like, for me personally, I love this. I love Sweetness and Lightning. I love Yotsuba. You can even count Umaru-chan as a dad manga, even though it's mainly a big brother. So which one's your favorite? Let me know. Email me, zanspiraken.com, or tweet me at Spiraken. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions on this. And with that in mind, let's actually get to the manga releases of the week, and we've got a ton of them. So let's rock and roll and see what we've got here, shall we? So for this week, what do we have in store? Well, we've got a ton of them. So let us get to it. So starting off from the top, we have Your Forma, Volume 5, Electronic Investigator, Ichiki and the Farsha Island. We have... Sorry, having a little bit of a technical hiccup here. Number 2, Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop, Volume 3, the manga. Witch Life in a Macro Room, Volume 1. Who Made Me a Princess, Volume 4. What's Wrong with Secretary Kim, Volume 3. Unnamed Memory, Volume 4. Trapped in a Dating Sim, The World of Otome Games is Tough for Mobs, the manga, Volume 9. Teasing Master Tagaki-san, Volume 18. Sword Art Online Progressive Shirenzo of Deep Night, Volume 3. Suppose a kid from the Last Dungeon Boonies moved to a starter town, volumes 14 of the light novel and volume 10, or actually 11, of the manga. The Summer You Were There, Volume 4. Stray Cat and Wolf, Volume 2. Soul Eater, The Perfect Edition, Volume 13. Solo Leveling, Volume 8. See You in My 19th Life, Volume 1. A Reincarnated Witch Spells Doom, Volume 3. Reign of the Seven Spell Blades, Volume 10, the light novel. The Red Thread, Volume 2. Re-Monster, Volume 8. The Princess of Convenient Plot Devices, Volume 4, the manga, and Volume 4 of the light novel. Please Put Them On, Takimi-san, Volume 7. Play It Cool Guys, Volume 5. Phantom Tales of the Night, Volume 12. Overgeared, Volume 2. No Longer Heroine, Volume 5. Night of the Living Cat, Volume 4. Yes, more zombie cats. My Stepmother and Stepsisters Aren't Wicked, Volume 3. My instant death ability is so overpowered, no one in this other world stands a chance against me, light novel, Volume 3. My Gently Raised Beast, Volume 5. My Dear Curse-Casting Vampiress, Volume 3. My Boss is a Giant. He manages my every need with enormous skill, the complete manga collection. Modern Dungeon Capture starting with Broken Skill, Volume 1. Mob Psycho 100, Volume 13. Minami Nanami Wants to Shine, Volume 3. Maiden of the Needle, Volume 2. Looks Are All You Need, Volume 2. Kunin the Sorcerer Can See, Volume 2. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 6, Stone Ocean, Volume 2. The Irregular Magic High School, Volume 21, light novel, Upheaval Prologue, Arc 1. Irina the Vampire Cosmonaut, light novel, Volume 7. In the Land of Little A, Volume 5. Imitation, Volume 2. I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time, Volume 2, the light novel. I Don't Know Which Is Love, Volume 2. The Iceblade Sorcerer Shall Rule the World, Volume 8. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level, Volume 14 of the manga, and then Volume 12 of the manga re-release. Kind of weird. Then we have I'm the Evil Lord of an Intergalactic Empire, the light novel, Volume 6. I'm Giving the Disgraced Noble Lady I Rescued a Crash Course in Naughtiness, Volume 3. I'm a Behemoth, an S-ranked monster, but mistaken for a cat. I Live as a Elf Girl's Pet, Volume 8, the manga. How Do We Relationship, Volume 10. Then we have Honey Trap Shared House, Volume 2. Then The Holy Grail of Eris, Volume 6. Then we have Hazure's, it's going to be Higurashi When They Cry Meguri, Volume 1. Then Hell Mode, Volume 3, The Hardcore Gamer Dominates Another World with Garbage Balancing. Hazura's Skill, the guild member of the Worthless Skill is actually Legendary Assassin, Volume 7. Handyman Saito in Another World, Volume 3. Hakume and Midoki, Tiny Little Life in the Woods, Volume 11. The Great Cleric, Volume 7. Goblin Slayer Side Story 2, Daikatana, Volume 3, light novel, The Singing Death, and Goblin Slayer Side Story Year 1, Volume 10. Then we have The Girl I Saved on the Train Turned Out to Be My Childhood Friend, Volume 5. This is a manga, not light novel. Then we have The Ghost in the Shell, Human Algorithm, Volume 4. Then Failure Frame, I Became the Strongest and Annihilated Everyone with Low-Level Skills, Volume 7. The Executioner and Her Way of Life, Volume 4 of the manga series. Then Even Dogs Go to Other Worlds, Life in Another World, My Beloved Hound, Volume 3. Does It Count If You Lose Your Virginity to an Android, Volume 3. The Deer King, Volume 2, the novel Returners in Volume 2 of the manga, Yuna and the Promised Journey. Then we have Dead Mount Death Play, Volume 11. Daughter of the Emperor, Volume 6. Creature Girl, A Hand-on-Field Journal in Another World, Volume 9. A Condition Called Love, Volume 6. Cocoon Entwined, Volume 5. Clamp Premium Collection, Tokyo Babylon, Volume 2. This is the second part of the Tokyo Babylon series. Kind of excited about that. Then we have Tosei is in the Ramen Bottle, Volume 5, the manga. Cheeky Brat, Volume 9. This is a re-release. Chained Soldier, Volume 6. Bride of the Barrier Master, Volume 1. Boys Abyss, Volume 4. The Boxer, Volume 5. Bocchi the Rock, Volume 2. I was excited that this one came out. Bloody Sweat, Volume 2. I'm not excited about that one. Banished from the Hero's Party, Decided to Live a Quiet Life in the Countryside, Volume 10, the light novel. Then we have Astera Record, Volume 1, Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Tales of Heroes. Apparently Disillusioned Adventures Will Save the World, Volume 4, the manga. The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten, Volume 6, the light novel. Then we have Alien Areas, Volume 2 and Volume 1. And then last and certainly not least, we have Seven Fates, Chihako, Volume 2. And those are the last 97 manga that came out this week. And after going through them and thinking about this for a bit, here are my top 5 for the week. And we've got, going in order, starting from the top, we have Alien Area Volume 1. It is a new series that actually sounds pretty engaging to the audience and something a little new. We're going to find out. I'm going to put on the Wheel of Manga probably in 2 weeks. We got Bocchi the Rock Volume 2 because Bocchi is amazing. She is the greatest rocker ever, and her in her peach box makes it awesome. Then we have Modern Dungeon Capture with Broken Skills. It seems to be a new series involving a dungeon in the real world, and you have broken skills. Could be good or could be really generic. I don't know. Then we have The Summer You Were There, Volume 4. I've been hearing a lot of speculation and a lot of praise for this series. I can't wait to check it out. And then last but not least, Witch Life in a Micro Room. This is a slice of life series involving witches. I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know if it's going to be bad, but I'm excited to see where it goes. So let me know which ones you're most excited about. Which of these mangas do you want to read, or which ones don't you want to read? Let me know your thoughts on what your favorite or least favorites the ones from this week are. You can email me personally at Zan, that's xan@Spiraken.com, or tweet me at Spiraken. Let me know your thoughts. And before we go any further, I'd like to thank each and every one of you who are checking out this podcast and this YouTube channel. I'd want to say thank you. Each email I get, every comment I get, every subscriber I get, it gives me more motivation to keep doing this podcast. I love doing this. I'm keep doing this as long as I can. So thank you so much. And with that in mind, let's actually get to this because it's time for that part you have all been waiting for. Oh, before I forget, remember to like, share, subscribe on our YouTube channel, our website, on every single thing possible. Comment below. And now let's get to that part that you have all been waiting for. And what am I talking about? I am talking about that one. Hold on. That only. The Yes, friends, the Wheel of Manga, accept no substitute. Now, what is the Wheel of Manga? Well, the Wheel of Fortune, it's a Wheel of Fortune with 10 slots on one dozen of a set of manga out, each of 10 slots. What we're going to do is spin the Wheel of Manga. Whatever number it lands on, the manga that's in that title is what we're going to review in the next episode of the Spiraken Manga Review, episode 541. And we have tons of really cool things on here. Some things are really excellent. Some things are a little, well, let's be honest, a little spicy or smutty. But we're going to see what we're going to review in the next episode. So let's spin, shall we? Number 5. So in the next episode, we're going to be reviewing 365 Days to the Wedding. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Well, you're going to have to wait and see. But thank you so much, and as usual, I am your host, Zan. I'm Gonzville. I'll catch you guys next time, and keep reading manga. See you later.